Now you are ready to process the invoice. Once you're logged into Timberscan, choose Invoice Entry. At the top left, you will choose the regular invoice option. Here you will see the amount of invoices that need to be processed. A pop-up will appear and click Accept. When your invoice appears, it is now time to enter your data at the bottom of your screen. For vendor, hit F4 and choose your vendor. For invoice, type your invoice number as it appears on your invoice. If the invoice is too small, you can enlarge the invoice by clicking the green magnifying glass. Tab to Invoice Date. Enter your invoice date as it appears on your invoice. Tab to Amount. Enter your amount. Tab to Description. Please take note of what type of invoice you are processing and follow the formats shown in Lesson 2. Tab to Payment Date. This should pre-populate. If it doesn't, put in a date 1 month from the date of the invoice. Tab to Accounting Date. This is a very important entry. You should always use a date in the current accounting period, even if the invoice is from a prior month. The only exception is if the invoice date is in the month after the accounting period. In that case, you will enter a date in that month. For example, this invoice is dated in May, and even though we are in an April accounting period, you must use a May accounting date. Tab and distribution line will appear. The only time the commitment field is filled out is if it's a PO invoice or pay app. Once you fill out the commitment field, hit Tab and everything will pre-populate. For this type of invoice, nothing is required in the commitment field. Hit Tab to Job and enter the job number. Tab to Cost Code. Type in your cost code. Tab to Category. Enter your category. Hit Tab. Account and amount will pre-populate. Do not change. If you hit Tab again, a new distribution line will appear. If you leave this blank, your invoice will not be able to be completely processed. To delete, go to the bottom toolbar and hit Delete Row. Double check your entries to make sure that they are correct and click on Accept. Enter the data for all invoices in your folder. Once you are completed, hit Finish. A pop-up will appear showing what you have processed. Click OK, then click OK on the next pop-up. Now your invoice has been processed and is en route for approval. If you have an invoice that needs to be rushed for payment, make sure that you harass your approvers.